My life, I will live it through a love gaze, a self-love gaze.
My name is Motedia Ivia and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Yes, I'm back with a new video, and for this new video we will be having a conversation that I have been meaning for us to have for quite a while now. I actually shot this video before but ended up having half of my face in the video, but hey, better late than never. Here we are, we will have this conversation today. As you must have already seen from the description below, today I will be sharing with you some of the life lessons that I have learned in my early 20s. Alongside that, we will be celebrating the fact that this is my 10th video, and also the fact that I have 151 people who have trusted me enough to subscribe to this channel. I mean, if that is not reason enough to bring out a bottle of champagne, I do not know what is, honey. I do not know what is. Okay, if we are really being sincere, I could use any reason to bring out a bottle of champagne. But really, I am grateful that each one of you has trusted me enough to subscribe. Please keep sharing with people that you think would appreciate the kind of content that I make. Keep liking, start engaging, because you all don't leave enough comments. You all should leave enough comments. Yes, if you're new here, yes honey, we're all about that good time in this house. Number one on our list is going to be on anger and offense. And I bring this up because today I do not get angry or offended as fast as I did before. And that's because I simply realized that you cannot let everyone and anything get to you. You get to a point and you need to decide who or what has more control over your emotions than you do. At this point in my life, I have more control over my emotions than any other external factors. And I'm not even saying that I do not get angry. No. I'm just saying that I'm very conscious with what I afford such a strong emotion, because anger is a really strong emotion. And I also realized that more than 50% of the things that used to get me angry or get me offended, or I used to get offended at, had nothing to do with me. I mean, nothing to do with me. So the minute I realized that and removed myself from the equation, like I'm honestly doing better. And I know it's easier said than done. But the minute that you decide to work on it, the minute that you decide to be conscious about it, it honestly gets easier and gets better with time. Number 2 on that list is going to be on love and relationships. I mean, I used to walk around these streets careless with my heart and my mental health. And that's because I used to walk around looking for my better half, someone to complete me, someone who would understand me even before I spoke. And if you ask me, that was a total waste of my good time. Because friend, no, but your life ninga you to asiata. We live and we learn. And what I learned from that experience is that you cannot expect everything of one person, and you cannot be looking for someone to complete you. And I know we speak about this a lot, as we should really, but this whole 50-50 concept when it comes to relationships is it's bound to fail all the time. And that's because you need to be 100% or as close to 100% as you can before you couple up with everything. The thing that I have learned about love and relationships is that men are not necessarily a very reliable emotional support system for women. When a lot of people get into romantic relationships, they tend to forsake every other relationship that they had. And I would strongly discourage that, especially for women. A lot of men have been socialized into nonchalance. So they walk around these streets bragging about how long it has been since they cried, or how these females are always nagging. Now, knowing that, I would honestly be a witch if I do not encourage women to focus and nurture their relationships with other women. They're your mothers, aunties, sisters, friends. Because for me, in my experience, this is the one sure source of support for women, and it's consistent. Number 3 on our list is going to be on friendships, and I will basically piggyback on what I said when I was talking about love and relationships. And same concept. One friend cannot be everything for you, and hey, that's alright, that's fine. They don't need to be. You can make 1,000,001 friends with whom you relate on different levels. And you see, fight, it's not a fight, it's not a must for one person to complete you. And this is why, if you've watched enough of my videos, you know that I do not necessarily subscribe to the idea of canceling people or doing away with people just because they did not meet one of your criteria. I mean, for me, sometimes I find that it's an unnecessary aggression, really. Yeah, I think we should just let people be to the capacity that they can be. If you do not get what you needed from them, then you can always get it elsewhere. Yeah, a lot of these issues could be taken care of, like if a lot of us invested our times in working on ourselves and being complete people, not looking for other people to compensate for anything that you might be lacking. Really, before, life for me needed to be quite straightforward. Yeah, when I asked a question, I needed it to be either or, no in betweens. And over time I've come to realize that that's probably not a very good way to look at things, and this is because life happens in the nuances, like life happens on the grayscale. This realization has really released me from a lot of disappointment, and that's because a lot of my expectations have also died down with it. So I mean, today I am more open to listening and hearing more different opinions, different perspectives, and factoring in different circumstances that could have led into an eventuality. So the idea of either or is basically dead to me. Another lesson that I have had to learn the hard way is on politeness. Yeah, and I think this is every Anglophone's curse, because English is quite polite as a language, and it in turn nurtures us to being quite polite. Oh, look at me already using my degree. Who would have thought? But really, I have put a lot of emphasis on being nice in my life, trying not to be disagreeable. And I mean, I don't think anyone has any business being that polite, really, because what you do is that you create an ecosystem where people just take and take from you, and you get literally nothing. I mean, so next time it's just basically bordering people pleasing. If someone needs to be called out, call them out. If you do not like something, you do not like something. If you do not want to go somewhere, you do not want to go somewhere. You do not necessarily have to deny yourself to keep relationships or keep friendships. You can be kind, you can be considerate, but please, if you ever find yourself going out of your way to be nice to people, abort, friend, abort. This conversation would not be complete if I did not speak to you guys about money. And I mean, my dad was right. Yeah, the minute you start earning money, that's when you realize the real value of money. I have really had to learn how to manage my finances, but also I do not necessarily subscribe to the school of thought that says that you should save and deny yourself when you're young to celebrate when you're older.
Now you go see the real me. You go see the real me.
I'm not saying do not save. I think what we as young people need is to learn how to strike a balance between enjoying the now and also saving for a future and a rainy day. The last lesson that I would like to share with you guys is on acceptability politics. Trying to be, a nice girl, trying to be, a wife material, or, trying to live up to people's expectations or definitions of what you should be like or what is acceptable. I mean, any life that is lived trying to please other people or trying to live up to other people's expectations is a life that you will definitely regret. Legit, this woman once said that this is not Disney, referring to her life. I mean, this is not Disney. Do what you want, do what you like, explore what you want to explore, dress the way that you want to, because honestly, you could be a good girl and you still do not get picked. And you could be wife material and they still don't shonesha the kitenge with you. So please just open yourself up to experiencing life at your own times and living life at your own times, because honey, you do not want to regret not having done anything or having experienced something because you were trying to be picked by anyone or trying to look like or trying to live up to anyone's expectations. And also, I do not understand why we behave like we do not actually know that a lot of the norms and values in our societies are arbitrary. Like, human beings agreed upon those. So you as a human being has a right to challenge them and rewrite them. I will definitely keep on updating this list. I really hope that you guys found a relatable lesson or learned something new. I would also love to hear what lessons you guys have learned so far. So be sure to leave me a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me and allowing me to be part of your self-love journey. Until next time, just make sure that your head stays clear and that your heart is in the right place and it's beating at the right pace. Mwah!